Just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, my confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as divider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, my confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Keep the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order, treading dangerous waters. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kind of finicky.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Operating from the gun. Simpson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw. Simpson. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll work down inside the 45. You look at this Colt defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun. Simpson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Interception return for a Colts TD. The try here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going up top for Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
And it's 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready, 60 back, back row 80.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ready, 60 Maverick, 60 back, 19 Lion. Ready.
Richardson working from the gun. Down the field, he's got one. And he takes it away for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Let's go for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Simpson. This pass deep for a Cockrell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Back to throw now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Ready up. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Operating from the gun, Simpson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, 35 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal.
Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. 23-yard line. offense at the line and set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cowboy 80.
Richardson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Over the middle, he has a Cockrell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down at 7.
Let's go now.
Richardson off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Cougar 19, 18, pioneer.
Now Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble and gets him a first down.
First down.
Come on.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They go play action with Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll run here with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off the option, here's Taylor. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. 31-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Simpson looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Back to 60. Back to 60. 65 catch. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Rig alert. Rig alert.
From the gun on third down. Simpson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jets first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need for his guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
70, Timberwolves.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he's got Dorsett complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
65, Cat, 65.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Now he's got it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go. Start. Go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Cooking like cheese.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And now Mitchell. 29 yards. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it will up the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them in the turnovers, they've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Knocking 18!
Operating from the gun, Simpson. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On the draw, it's Hall. Able to push forward for about 4 down to 37. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Simpson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confident as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chigakakwo, 73 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
For a Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jets 15.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This pass deep for Okonkwo. His throw incomplete.
Intended for Jake Okonkwo. Incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chig Okonkwo, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Jets, 22.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
70 Timberwolf.
Up from middle, here's Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught. And some space here. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
56.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Simpson. That'll be complete to Okakwo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Come back, team. Let's go now. 70, trap 60, trap 60, dragon 60.
Back to throw. Simpson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Jets 29.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, 19, Viking 8.
Off play action, Richardson. He'll try to pick it up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Indianapolis, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before. Whoa, and all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You go and poke the dog with some bump. Alright, they go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's the mommy of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like what? I just